name is Chef Cicely, joining you here from the Divine Cafe at the Springs Preserve in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we are going to be making tostadas. Now, most important part of the tostada is actually the tostada shell. So how can you get those amazing, beautiful productions of what is essentially a taco bowl at home? Well, that's what I'm going to show you here today. So what I have are 3 different types of tortillas. I have little baby corn tortillas, I have large flour tortillas, and then I also have medium-sized flour tortillas. Any one of these can get fried up to make either a taco shell or a tostada shell. So let's go over to the stove, and that's where we'll start. There's a variety of things to set up before starting to fry because it's a very fast process. So everything I want to make sure I've got lined up. I have a large round saute pan with very open edges to allow steam to come off as it cooks. And I'm going to place enough oil in the bottom so that it coats it evenly, and it actually is a little bit, maybe a quarter of an inch or so high. I'm going to pull that over the heat and let that heat to medium high. And then you'll see I've also got the ingredients I'm going to fry. I have some paper towels out. I have 2 bowls, a tong, and a baking sheet with a drying rack on it. So all of these things are going to come in handy when I am making my tostadas. These 2 bowls, I'm going to flip one of them over, the smaller one, on my drying pan, and I'm going to take 2 paper towels and just lay those over the top. We'll come back to that later. And I'm going to start with my big flour tortilla. And put it in, let it flop down so that it pops out that way. And you can see I've got sizzling going on right as I add it in. I'm going to use my tongs and spin it around so that I get oil on the top, and there's also oil on the bottom. You can see that the air pockets in that flour tortilla are poofing up. I'm just going to use my tongs to gently press those back down so that it continues to get nice, even cooking through the whole process. I'm going to check on it, and I can see that as I check, I'm checking it and pulling it away from me, that I'm starting to get some nice browning on those areas where it's lifting up, where it's getting more contact with the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to keep spinning it around until it gets nice and brown. And that's just about right. Flip that guy over. It's going to poof up on the other side. Now here comes the fun part. I've got a bowl here with 2 paper towels over the top, and I'm going to put one here with 2 in the basin of the bowl. Pull this guy out, tap some oil off, put it on top of the smaller bowl, take my larger bowl, press it down. I'm going to let that guy cool, and while it's cooling, I'm going to go ahead and just do one of these little guys. Same process, pop it in, spin it around. Now my next step, my final step, is going to be, as I open the paper towel, I want to put my toppings on my tostada shells while they're still hot. So that's going to be a little bit of salt. Salt can also get added into the pan as it's cooking. Some paprika. And then also some cojita cheese. And the main reason I want to put the cheese on while it's still hot is so that it melts to it and sticks. Sprinkle that over. These guys are going to go in the oven to get held hot while I prepare all the rest of the ingredients for my tostadas. Or if I had a whole bunch to make, that way I can keep making them, and each one is going to seem like it's fresh out of the fryer when I serve it. And I am ready now to build my tostada. So I have hot shells, I've got cheese and spices on one side, so I'm going to take that and flip it over. And while it's still warm again, I want to get the edges of my bowl and what will be my chips and servingware for this dish with the cheese Let it melt so that it kind of sticks on there nicely. And then also, of course, touch of salt around the edges. And then from there on out, it's a buffet line as far as what I want to fill my tostada with. So I'm going to go with a little bit of greens, of course some black beans, sauteed or roasted peppers is also a wonderful, nice touch. Next I'm going to go over here to some tomatoes, green onions for, of course, lots of that nice fiesta style flair. Let's see, next I want some guacamole. Nice big old chunk, can never have too much of that. And how about some chicken? Do this vegetarian or with ground beef. Any different style that you would like. Sour cream or creme fraiche, whatever is your guilty pleasure. Touch of salsa. And of course, some good old cheese right on the top there. So now, what was a salad now becomes something a bit more extravagant. What was a bowl now becomes my serving ware to eat it. And I can also do this in a variety of sizes. So this could be my dinner or lunch. This could be snack time or first course. Or this could be a wonderful hors d'oeuvre at a party. So thank you for joining me today at the Divine Cafe at the Springs Preserve. I hope you enjoyed making tostada shells and that you soon enough make your own. And I also hope to see you here.